Morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Monday morning here in New Zealand. It's actually a holiday day today in Auckland. We just got back from Fatboy Slim yesterday, so I'm still feeling a bit I'm not quite ready to work, to be honest, but there you go. I've got a switchboard upgrade to do today. I was supposed to be off today. We were supposed to do this job last week, but the customer, for whatever reason, had to rearrange, and I couldn't do it any other day this week, and they wanted it done this week. They didn't want to wait a week. So what do you do for your customers? You work a statutory holiday, I suppose. You do your bit. It's all a bit chaos at home as well, so I'm feeling a bit sorry for my wife as well. We're in a bit of a mess back there. That's all good. Just one thing, I've just been to Bunnings, so because we're doing a switchboard upgrade, I'll have a bit of timber to cut out and stuff. And yeah, so obviously, sorry, going back, I was going to do the how-to video, but obviously I won't be doing that today. I'll get some film in here, and we'll just put the how-to video. We might do that next week instead. But yeah, when you do a switchboard upgrade, you obviously take the old one out, you put the new one in. I'll show you all that, but you usually have timber to cut out and stuff. And I've been fucking around with multi-tool blades for a long time now. I've been buying the cheap ones, really. It's probably a bit of false economy. I've probably wasted a lot of money buying them. So I've just been to Bunnings and I've just bought these. It was $100 for that set, but I have a real good discount card. I got $10 off, so it's $90, which isn't bad really. So I'm just hoping that these work out quite well, because like the ones I've been using, you hit a nail with them and that's it, they're gone. Then you're on to the next one, and yeah, so we'll see. It's not a very big switchboard, this, from what I remember. I priced this job months and months ago. The house is now vacant. The owner's moving back in. It was a rental when I priced it. The owner's now moving back in, so they've got me in to do this, and we're going to look at doing some more stuff, some extra PowerPoints, some USB PowerPoints, stuff like that. So I'm just going to drink this coffee and get myself psyched up and then crack on. Catch you soon. I'll catch you soon. Alright, so this is the switchboard. Not too big. So I'm going to get the power isolated and start stripping it out. Alright, so I've pulled the fuses. It's just a couple of HRC fuse and it's a rewirable for the water heater. This place has been set up as two flats, so it's got a central supply and two feeds from it going off in two separate units. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the surround off as best I can, and then I'll start disconnecting the board, and then we'll go from there. I'll show you what I do when I disconnect. I've probably shown you before, but we'll do it again. So yeah, we got back from Napier last night at around 4:30. Back into chaos really. Couple of kids desperate to see their mum and dad, and grandma ready for a break. So it was all a bit, yeah. I wasn't very drunk at Fatboy Slim, but I feel terrible today. I feel like I had a big session, but it was quite sensible really. these old switchboards were really well, they must have took their time to do them, because they're pretty, you know, the standard of work that goes into making one. They made them up from scratch. This is just a Formica panel. Then you've just got it framed out in timber, lined with, you know, with a jib board, and then they literally made it all up themselves. It must have took them hours. This one's pretty, it needs a good tidy up, but yeah, so I've got most of the framing off, so now I'm going to start disconnecting the circuits. As you can see, nothing is labelled apart from the water heater. So yeah, let's crack on and get that done. I have to say, if any of you guys are living in New Zealand or coming over to New Zealand for a holiday, I'd definitely recommend visiting Napier. It's a lovely spot. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a lovely weekend. 3 circuit breakers not connected. Now, when you do a switchboard upgrade on an old house, there's a couple of things you should look out for. One being this panel here. This clearly says Formica on it. I'll show you a picture. But the older ones in this, they used to be asbestos. So I mean, you're not really, you have to be super careful working around that stuff. I don't touch it. That's just the way it is. I just take the whole panel off and leave it with the customer to dispose of, because I haven't got the, means to do it properly. I always do that, and I know the inspectors that I use, they won't even take the old meters off. So sometimes in New Zealand the meter will be on here as well. But my inspectors won't even touch it. Another thing to be aware of as well is that the old power circuits in older places were usually wired in 1.5 rather than 2.5. So 1.5 radials rather than 2.5 radials, which is the common practice in New Zealand. So whenever you fuse something, you should always fuse it at 16 amps for power and 6 for lights. I just want to show you this. So I'm just going to flip that live connected to the neutral bar. Looks pretty interesting. We'll have to figure out what that is a bit later on and sort that out. So all I'm doing is just taking the cables out of the front, finding the corresponding neutral on earth, and then marking the ends. So I've got nowhere to set the camera up this side, which is a bit annoying, but I'm just going to get on and do that, and then I'll show you the next stage. So it's all stripped out, you see, nothing left. All the cables are labelled, range, light 2, this is the one we need to replace. Power, pretty self-explanatory, MEN link, you know, everything's there. Take this door off, and then I'm going to get the new board in place. Okay, so we're now ready to get the new switchboard in place. Now I've got two switchboards with me. I've got a 15-way and I've got a 30-way. I would normally use a 30-way, but there is barely any circuits in this house, so I'm just going to work it out, see if I can get away with a 15. Main switch, range, hot water, power 1, 2, L1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's have a look. So I would get away with a 15-way, but it would leave the customer with quite a bit of patching up to do down the bottom. And this 30-way, I normally use PDL switchboards, but they're a lot wider than these Venco ones. The wholesalers are giving me a Venco switchboard, and to be honest, if I use this, I've only got one piece of timber to take out, so that's probably what we're going to do. So I mean, I'm all about making my life easy. I only priced for a 15-way board, I'll be honest, but I'm sure I can screw the wholesalers down and get it for the same price. You know, and then the client's got barely any patching and painting to do, and I can go home sooner. All I'm doing now is just marking out the size for the new switchboard. And then I'm going to grab those motor tool bits that I got this morning, and I'm going to get it cut out. Because let's be honest, no one wants to be stuck at work on a stat day, do they? As soon as we can get finished, we get to go home. Alright, the new switchboard's in place, not too much damage, there was just a bit there and that should cover, but you know, a job like this is always going to be minimal damage, so I'm going to get this reconnected. I'll try and show you how I do it, but I've left my tripod at home, so a bit difficult. Alright, look at that, I found somewhere to put you so you can see. I'm still getting used to the whole camera thing, setting it up. So what I'm doing now is I'm just stripping the phase and putting that in. It's just a 16mm. Just a 16mm feed from the central supply to the switchboard, and then I'm assuming to the unit behind. I generally do all my switchboards like this, same setup. I don't know if it's good or bad, it's just how it works for me. Now in New Zealand you don't really get many variants on a domestic switchboard really, not that I know of. I mean, there's a couple of main brands. It's PDL, and you got Venco. This is, like I said, this is a Venco board. It's a bit narrower, which is good for a switchboard upgrade. But the only thing I don't like is that the neutral bar is well, it's not their fault, but I brought my neutral in this side. Normally I would just loop straight up for my neutral bar like that. But this orange one is for the hot water. So that just feeds the hot water circuit by itself, nothing else. And basically it's called a ripple control. So it just means the metering companies can isolate it now. Again, this is probably, well, this is what I believe, and I believe it's true. These are clamp circuit breakers, so to tighten the cable, your clamp tightens it together, so it's not a screw like these. So I don't twist them together, I don't twist and fold over, I just fold it over so that when it's connected, it's flat. That's the whole point, is that the connection is flat and then it's full, it's tight. So now I'm just going to connect this neutral in, just to get it out of the way. What I'll do at the end is I'll post a picture on our Instagram page, and you guys can critique it. You can tell me what you think I should have done differently. Show me what you do differently. I'm always up for some advice. I noticed everything in England as well these days is metal switchboards with glands, you know. I think when I was there it was still plastic in domestic. I might be wrong, but it's funny in New Zealand because we need to fireproof the switchboard when we've finished it. These holes that I've made, the switchboard's made of plastic. Go figure that one. Not a hell of a lot of point fireproof in it. I think it's mainly to stop it, you know, to fill the hole, to stop vermin getting in there, or fingers, you know. But you're not going to get your finger in there, are you? Honestly, I feel like crap. Could do with my bed. And basically, I'm just going to follow this process through. I'll do all my earths next, and then I will do all the neutrals, and then I will do all the lives. One thing I haven't brought with me, I hope they've got enough, because the wholesalers are shut, is some 6mm. In onto the neutrals now. All the neutrals are now in, just the phases, and then just a quick tidy up, tighten it all up. Alright, So it's actually finished and ready to liven. Now what I hate about doing switchboards in New Zealand is all this links out the bottom, you know. Surely they're going to start making the boards ready for RCDs. All your links and all your tails, everything's in for you just to make it that much easier. Takes you just as long to do these tails as it does to fit the rest of the board off. It's soul destroying. And it doesn't matter how neat you do. It ruins it. I'm still pretty happy with how this looks. It's pretty neat. Yeah, if you guys have got any tips on how you do yours, let me know. But come on, New Zealand, get with the times. Like manufacturers, I'd pay more for a switchboard like that because it takes me less time. Yeah, a switchboard with main switch, RCD, 3-circuit, you know, all set up, links in, ready to go, pre-done. Be lovely. So there it is, finished. It looks busier than what it actually is. This one's going to go next week. That's the one I'm going to change. How I do my boards is I take a feed out of there to each RCD. That's how I've done it this time anyway. Then I've ring fed the neutrals. So that's from the neutral bar, RCD, to this RCD, back to the neutral bar. That's all in 6mm. I've done my neutrals in earth like that this time. So I just need to put Fire Pro in here. But turns out I've got none in the van. So when I come back to change this, I'll do it. I'm actually really happy with how that's gone, considering how tired I feel. And it's a bank holiday, but it looks pretty good, pretty happy. So yeah. Upgraded. I'll have to come back later in the week just to change that cable where there's 2 phases and no earth, which actually feeds the lights in the garage. And then whilst I've been testing, there's a few issues that may come up later down the track for the homeowner, such as the kitchen power points all on one circuit. So I mean, if she's adding any more appliances or whatever, she might start tripping the power. And then, well, that's basically it really. That's the only major one, which I'd probably recommend that she adds another PowerPoint circuit. I'll show you a picture of the board, but she also wants to add in some downlights and stuff, and some extra lighting and some extra PowerPoint. So I'll just flip you around. I'll just show you what's going on and one of the issues we've got. I won't show you too much, but if you can see the tiles on the ceiling, now I'm pretty sure they can't withstand more than 70 degrees heat, and I'm pretty sure with downlights it says on the box that the nearest combustible material must be 70 degrees, I'm pretty sure. Even though it's zero clearance, it's got to be rated for 70 degrees, so a piece of timber is all good, but not this stuff. This is like cardboardy, like chipboard stuff. It's crap as well. It's more stuff you don't want to get in your lungs. That power point there is off the light switch. Advise her to take this out. If any of you guys have got these in your house, get rid. They're a waste of time. No good for taking the moisture out of the room, and if you're going to put heaters in your bathroom, put a wall heater in. Alright guys, that's me all finished on that board change for today anyway. I've got to, like I said, go back and seal those holes and replace that cable, but yeah, I'm just too tired today to do it, and I haven't got any Fire Pro and the wholesalers are shut, you know. Appreciate you watching. Please like the video and subscribe. So I figured out how to do the old point down and do, so I'll do that on this video hopefully. And also, if you can go and check out our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram, it's coastal_connections_limited, and Facebook is just Coastal Connections. I'll put you the links maybe as well. Appreciate you watching, guys, and yeah, please share the love. Cheers, bye.